Hey, everybody out there, welcome back to the show. I am, of course, DJ Christmas, and I have with me my very special guest. Would you like to say hello to everybody, special guest?
Hello, all the people.
That's right, we have Johnny Young Bosch here today. And Johnny, you've actually been around for quite a while. How did you get started with the whole voice acting deal?
Um, well, after Power Rangers, I had done this little independent film and all the audio was screwed up, and so I went in to dub over my character, and the producer at the time of that film was actually doing some anime stuff, and he heard my voice and asked if I wanted to audition for a role in an anime he's doing, and I went and auditioned and got the part for Vash in Trigun, and then that was kind of my start, and then I've been pretty much doing it ever since.
Yeah, you've been in and out of a lot of really big stuff. What would you say is your uh, well, Vash would be more of your breakout role, but what would you say is one of your more enjoyable roles to do?
Well, I had fun with Vash, but it was a little scary too. There's a lot of moments I think in different ones that I really enjoyed. I enjoy doing Bleach, doing Hollow Ichigo, Nero and Devil May Cry. Uh, Kaneda and Akira was pretty cool. Bumblebee and Transformers, War for Cybertron was awesome. Uh, yeah, I feel there's a lot of them that kind of have a special place, in my heart.
Yeah,
Uh,
and you've been in a lot of recent things too, all over the place. You've been working with Viz for Bleach, and you were just in Sengoku Basara with Funimation.
right, yeah.
Now, do you go out to all the studios? I know for Funimation, usually people have to head on out to Texas, but for everything else, do you head out there or do you have your own home studio?
Well, I have a studio at home, but that's really the only time I use that is to record, auditions and stuff if I can't make it in. Other than that, yeah, I'd head out to the different studios. Like Funimation, well, I have family in Texas, so when I go out there, usually Funimation, has something that I can be a part of or whatever, and so they bring me in. But it's kind of cool. It's nice to work with people that you like working with.
Definitely. And since you play so many different types of characters, not just like villains or heroes or what have you, which of your characters would you say that you identify with the most?
Um, if I had to pick one, it would be Nero from Devil May Cry. Uh, Mostly because I wasn't limited to animation because it wasn't drawn. It was a script, and I went to Japan to do the motion capture for it. So there's more of me involved in creating that character and whatever movements and little things that he did. So I would say that one would definitely be. I mean, it's also one of my favorite roles that I've played, but certainly one that I can connect with better. But I kind of have to connect with any character really to make it make sense, I guess.
Right, right. And which would you say, trying to think how I word this, is there something that is coming out soon that you want to particularly promote? Something that has a special place to you?
Uh, uh, like anime wise, voiceover wise.
Yeah.
Well, there's a da 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 da, which is coming out, I think, fairly soon, um, and the Trigun movie. I'm not sure exactly when those things are going to be coming out, but I do know that they are coming out soon. So I guess those would be two things.
And I know another thing that's coming out that a lot of people are hoping to hear you come back in is the second Dissidia Final Fantasy game, but we talked to a lot of people who were in the first one with that, and obviously Square Enix's non-disclosure agreements are very tight, so I know you can't really confirm or deny anything, but there's a lot of hope out there.
Cool. And you are right. Yeah, there's quite a few that we can't talk about. It's kind of weird, but that's the way they are. I don't
Yeah.
know if I'm allowed to talk about Dragon and da 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 da.
Well, Durara is probably because
Actually,
I
no,
know,
that's been announced.
yeah, that's been announced. It actually comes out Wednesday, the first part,
Right. Okay.
and all the clips have been posted on the official site and everything.
All right. Okay. Yeah,
And
we always go in, like every job you get, you have to sign something, and usually it's a non-disclosure. So for me, I usually don't say anything. I just wait till it's out, just to be safe, because they get pretty upset.
yeah, and after seeing the little clip you did for Durara, uh, all of those look like they're done in the booth. What would you say are some of your most exciting moments that you've had in the booth?
In the booth,
Yeah.
most exciting moment. Uh, I don't know. That's an odd question. I don't really.
Do you do any sort of crazy hand movements to get into your character?
Oh,
Or
oh, do I
some
do anything in the booth?
some people have bumped the mic, I hear.
No, I don't. I don't get really physical. Like I don't have to like move too much. I usually like if I need my diaphragm to move or whatever, then I would be on my toes and I would drop a little bit. But I don't. I don't. It's all in my gut. It's part of it. I think it's just because from martial arts, you use your diaphragm when you kia or whatever, and so it. I don't feel like I have to all the time. I will probably I move maybe a little bit. It depends on the emotion of the character and how much is going on. But I've never really done anything like knocked something over or fell over. I've nearly passed out before doing screams and laughs and stuff. But that's
Yeah, I was gonna say with characters like Ichigo or Yukimura, it's probably pretty taxing. Have you ever had times where you've come close to losing your voice?
oh totally yeah yeah definitely with Ichigo. Certainly with the hollow Ichigo, the one where he's like full hollow or whatever, when it was all just screaming and making weird click noises. It was a lot of fun, but yeah, I blew my voice out on that. Actually, Yukimura, I think in the game, actually, both the game and the series, because he shouts a lot. uh, so yeah, but it kind of gave the character a little more, I don't know, desperation, I think, in the voice. So it was kind of an interesting sound. So it kind of worked anyhow.
And do you have any sort of tips or tricks to either prevent losing your voice or help get it back faster?
Well, I think if you limit your time in the booth screaming wise to, uh, if you're going into a show that's got a lot of screaming, you should probably limit yourself to 2 hours. Usually, when I'm in there, I probably end up doing like 4 or 6 hours, sometimes seven, depending on where I'm working, and half the time it's to catch up on things because either I've been working on something else and haven't been able to get there or whatever. And so we do all the screaming all in one day, and it really is taxing. So limit your time in the booth, and drink lots of water. Keep your vocal cords moist, um, and then relax afterwards. Don't talk much, so that you can recoup and come back the next day and be able to work again for another few hours. They say
Definitely.
like warm tea and honey, and I usually try those, but I'm not sure if they really work. Um, but
Yeah. We've talked to a few people, and the general consensus seems to be definitely a lot of water, but some people will say warm tea, some people say honey, some people say cherry flavored candies.
Yeah, you see some people have like I know Taliesin has like some spray, some singer spray or something, and that actually helped get me through some of the Yukamura stuff, Sanada stuff, whatever. But and who is it? Somebody else at one of the other studios has like this. You know that Tiger Balm stuff, right? That you put on, and it's from China or whatever, and it's like icy hot kind of. It's
Yeah,
something like that, but for your throat. It's kind of weird. Uh,
really?
yeah, and it seemed to work. Helped me get through some of the Lelouch stuff or whatever.
Well, very cool. And for everybody out there, we're going to take a quick musical break, but don't worry, we will be back very shortly with our special guest, Johnny Young Bosch. So keep it tuned to your favorite station, 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want, nothing you don't.
Coming to 918 The Fan each and every Wednesday. A rounded table hosted by the one, the only. Eagle Eyes Round Table. Only on 918 The Fan.
Hey, everybody out there, welcome back to the show. DJ Christmas here, and I still have my special guest.
Hello.
And behind the scenes, we were talking a little about Durarara and how it's coming out this week. And do you have anything else special that you are relatively certain comes out soon or has just recently come out that you want to talk about?
Well, there are a couple things that I know that have come out that I can't talk about, or that have not come out that I can't talk about, and should
Of
be coming
course.
out. Um, Again, I really don't know what I'm allowed to talk about. People are going to find half the people actually at this last convention I went to in, where is it, Sacramento, were asking me questions if I were playing certain characters because they heard my voice on YouTube or for some trailers for some stuff. And I said, I don't know, maybe, because I can't answer it. Other than that, I mean, my band, we just released 2 CDs, our live album, or not live, but regular album, I guess. Uh, Tone of Echoes, and then Afterglow is available online. So those are 2 things that I've released recently, I guess.
And uh, you mentioned your band, I Shine. How exactly did that get started? I'm kind of curious.
Well, after Power Rangers, everything happened after Power Rangers. After Power Rangers, I had I bought a guitar, and I had gone through like nowadays Power Rangers it's really retro and it's cool, um, you can go to Hot Topic and buy Power Ranger T-shirts or jackets or whatever. But back when it was hot when I was on the show, and then as soon as like we left the show, it was not very popular, and it wasn't good to have been a Power Ranger as far as work is concerned because they wouldn't take you serious as an actor because it was a super cheesy kids show. And so I didn't have a whole lot of work, and so I had a lot more time to basically teach myself how to play the guitar, and that's pretty much what I did. I played the guitar, and at some point, I thought I was good enough to write some songs and try to get some people to start a band. Um, and then yeah, that's pretty much how it started. Then I just kind of went around and started looking for people that wanted to play.
Very cool. And I know that you go to conventions a lot with your band,
Right.
and you've done some live shows there. What sort of conventions have you done shows at?
Um, well, we've been all over the place. Let's see, we were just in Sacramento. We were just in Austin. We usually do Vegas. There's a couple in Florida. Occasionally Texas and wherever, Michigan. Uh, we're all over. I know there's a few coming up. We're going to Alabama. on looks like the 18th. We've got a couple weeks in New Zealand in April, and I can just flip through. Tennessee is coming up. uh, Another Texas gig. Canada, nope, that's not the band. Uh, I just flipped through my calendar. There we go. New Orleans, Detroit, Miami. So we're kind of all over the place.
And is it sometimes sort of hard to keep your personal schedule separate from the band's?
Well, I have like a calendar I can write in, and
Right.
usually I'll just write it all down, and then it'll have either my name or it'll have band name, and that way I know it's going to be the band or just by myself. And I don't do a whole lot by myself, um, just because I don't like to be away from my family too much. I have a baby girl that she's 3 months old now, and so I really don't like to be away unless it's to promote the band or something. So I rarely do them by myself now.
Right. And you said that you were going to quite a few conventions. You mentioned Alabama, and a couple of us, not myself personally, but some of us will be over there, and hopefully we'll get the chance to see you over at ComicCon in Alabama.
Oh yeah, that'd be cool. You should definitely, you personally or
Not me, but
not? Well,
some
then
of
should
some of the other staff here.
yeah, they should come chat with us and hang out.
And before I let you go, I was wondering if you would be interested in participating in a 91.8 The Fan tradition.
And what would that be?
Basically, what we do is we ask everyone who comes on the show, whether they're a voice actor or not, to do a radio bump for us.
Sure.
Awesome. We ask everyone to say, "My name is," you fill in your name. "I do this." You can either just say voice actor, specific character. For you, you could mention I Shine. And then you say, "And you're tuned into 91.8 The Fan."
91.8 the fan. Okay. It's a lot.
It is. And we do it live on air just in case there are any bloopers.
Oh, great. We're still going right now, aren't we? All
Yep,
right.
whenever you're ready.
Do I go now?
Sure, whenever you're ready.
Okay. I'm Johnny Young Bosch. I am a voice actor, and you are tuning in to 91.8 The Fan.
Awesome, got on your first shot.
Yeah.
Playing it cool.
It's all right. It wasn't that good.
Well, we've had a lot of people, they flip the numbers, they get tongue-tied, but
Right. I could see that. I
yeah,
luckily have it pulled up in front of me on the computer, so I can look at it.
there you go, your own little cheat sheet. But for everybody out there, that was Johnny Young Bosch. I will let all of you get back to the music, so make sure you keep it tuned to 91.8 The Fan. Everything you want, nothing you don't. And don't forget that this interview will be up on the site for anyone who missed it in the next few days, so make sure you keep it tuned.